Intro. I've spent years digging through cold cases, but this one haunts me differently. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein isn't a horror story, it's a confession. The real monster isn't the creature. It's the man who abandoned him. Let me tell you what happened. Picture this. A single candle flame, guttering in the dark. It's 3 a.m. in Geneva, 1816. The rain hasn't stopped for days. Thunder rolls over the Alps like a god clearing his throat. And in a small villa, a woman barely out of her teens is shaking. Not from cold. From a waking nightmare she just pulled out of her sleep. Her name is Mary Shelley. And she's just seen something so vivid, so real, that when she opens her eyes, she has to touch her own face to make sure she's still human. She saw a pale student of unhallowed arts. She saw the thing he made. She saw it stir. And she saw the creator run from it. Not because it was a monster. But because he knew, in that single, silent moment, that he was the one who had failed. That's the story you think you know. But you don't. Not yet. Because here's the truth they never teach you in school. The monster was never the monster. Let me take you back to that room. The Villa Diodati. It smells of wet wool and wood smoke and old wine. Lord Byron is lounging in a chair, daring his guests to write a ghost story. Polidori, the young doctor, is scribbling nervously. Percy Shelley, Mary's husband, is pacing like a caged animal. And Mary sits in the corner, listening to them talk about galvanism. About the spark of life. About whether a corpse could be reanimated by electricity. It's a parlor game. A dark joke. But something catches in Mary's throat. She goes to bed that night and she doesn't sleep. She lies there, staring at the ceiling, and she sees it. A man. Not a creature. A man. He is 8 feet tall, yes. His skin is yellow and stretched thin over muscles that shouldn't exist. But he is not roaring. He is not breaking chains. He is standing at the foot of the bed, and he is reaching out one hand. Not to kill. To touch. To be touched. And Mary realizes, in that cold sweat, that the horror isn't what he looks like. The horror is that no one will ever let him be anything else. Now, let's walk into the book itself. Open to page 1. You smell old paper, dust, the faint sourness of ink. We're in the Arctic. Ice as far as the eye can see. A ship is trapped in a pack, and the captain, Robert Walton, writes letters to his sister. He's lonely. Desperate for a friend. And then they find him. A man, half dead, drifting on a slab of ice. His name is Victor Frankenstein. And he has a story to tell. But listen to how Victor describes his work. He calls it a catastrophe. He calls the thing he made a demoniacal corpse. He says he beheld the wretch and fled. He ran out of the room. He left it alone. Think about that. He spent 2 years of his life. He robbed graves. He dug up bones. He pieced together a human being from the dead. He gave it life. And the moment it opened its yellow eyes, he panicked. He ran. He went to bed and had nightmares. The creature didn't attack him. It didn't say a word. It just reached out. And Victor ran. That is the crime. That moment. That cowardice. Let me show you what happens next. The creature wanders out into the world. It doesn't know what it is. It doesn't know hate. It learns. It hides in a hovel next to a cottage. And for months, it watches a family. The de Lacys. A blind old man. A son. A daughter. They are poor, but they are kind. The creature learns their language. It learns to read. It reads Milton. It reads Plutarch. It learns about love, and beauty, and loneliness. And it feels, for the first time, hope. It wants to be part of them. So one day, when the son and daughter are gone, it walks into the cottage. It approaches the blind old man. The old man can't see it. He hears a gentle voice. They talk. The creature is trembling. It's the first conversation it has ever had. And then the son returns. He sees the thing in the doorway. He sees the yellow skin, the black lips, the watery eyes. He doesn't see the trembling hands. He doesn't hear the gentle voice. He sees a monster. He beats it. He throws it out. And the creature runs into the forest. It burns the cottage down. Not out of rage. Out of grief. It didn't want to destroy them. It wanted to be held. And that's the moment the creature becomes what they see. Not because it is evil. Because it was shown that it could never be good. This is the part that breaks your heart. The creature finds Victor. It finds him in the mountains. The ice is cracking beneath their feet. And the creature talks. It speaks like a scholar. It tells Victor its entire story. It begs him. Not for revenge. For a companion. One being. One single creature who will not flinch when it walks into the room. And Victor agrees. He travels to the Orkney Islands. He sets up a lab. He starts building a female. And then he stops. He looks at the half-formed body on the table. He imagines them breeding. An entire race of things like this. And he tears it apart. He rips the female creature to pieces. The creature watches from the window. And in that moment, something dies inside it. Not hope. Something deeper. The last shred of faith that the man who made it would ever love it. The creature doesn't scream. It just looks at Victor. And it says, I shall be with you on your wedding night. It doesn't mean Victor. It means Elizabeth. The woman Victor loves. The creature knows exactly how to hurt him. Because the creature learned cruelty from the only teacher it ever had. Let's talk about what happens after. The murders. William, Victor's little brother. Strangled in the woods. The creature places a locket in the pocket of a girl named Justine. She is hanged for the crime. The creature watches the trial. It watches an innocent woman die because of its hand. And it feels nothing. Because it has been taught that it is nothing. Then comes Henry Clerval. Victor's best friend. The only person who ever made Victor laugh. The creature finds him on a beach. It kills him with its bare hands. It doesn't enjoy it. It's mechanical. It's the only language it knows. And finally, the wedding night. Elizabeth. She is waiting in the bridal bed. The creature climbs through the window. She sees its face. And she screams. It silences her. Victor finds her body. And he realizes something. He made the creature. He abandoned it. He denied it love. He destroyed its only chance at companionship. Every drop of blood is on his hands. Not the creature's. Now, the chase. The Arctic. Victor follows the creature across the ice. He is starving. Freezing. Going mad. And the creature leads him on. Not to escape. To make him feel. To make him understand what it means to be alone, and hunted, and hated for existing. Victor finally dies on Walton's ship. And the creature comes to see him. It stands over the body. It weeps. Walton sees it. He sees the creature crying. He sees it holding Victor's hand. And he says, I pity you. The creature looks up. And it says, I am content to die. It walks out onto the ice. It disappears into the darkness. It doesn't kill itself. It doesn't need to. It was dead the moment Victor ran out of that room in Ingolstadt. The body just took a while to catch up. So here we are. Candle burned down. The rain has stopped. And you're sitting in the dark, thinking about that moment. The moment the creature reached out its hand. It wanted to be seen. It wanted to be known. And Victor closed the door. That's the real horror of Frankenstein. It's not the stitches. It's not the lightning. It's the rejection. It's the creation that is hated simply for existing. Mary Shelley wrote this when she was 19. She had lost a child. She had been cast out by her family. She knew what it meant to be seen as a monster. And she wrote a story not about a creature that kills, but about a world that kills the creature. So I'll leave you with this. When you look at someone you don't understand, someone whose skin is different, whose voice is strange, whose face you flinch from, ask yourself. Are you seeing them? Or are you seeing what you're afraid to find inside yourself? Because the monster was never the monster. The monster was the